the festivities of All-Star Weekend behind us, we can concentrate on the new task at hand. Second half of the season. Shaq, what do you see coming down the pike?
Well, I see great teams that are going to get down to business. The fake teams and the front runners, they're going to.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against Sacramento. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. Coming out of the All-Star break, a lot of news about the trade deadline. Brent, we haven't seen many stars dealt over the past few years. Why is that kind of trade so hard to pull off?
Well, how hard is it to find a star, Kevin? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So if you got one of them, you're very reluctant to give one up, especially if they're a young player that's still got potential. You think that he's going to be the reason why other players want to come and play for your franchise. So that, along with salary cap rules, the way that they've changed through the years, very difficult to see stars on the trade deadline.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Anthony is out there with Paul George. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Eustace in at the 2.
Melo not afraid to pull the trigger from deep, that time from 3.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Curry against Westbrook. The 3. Curry can't get it to go. And the Thunder with the possession here. It's a 3-point game. Eustace passes to Westbrook. Anthony dishes to George. Green against Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Green with the block. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. From beyond the arc, and then some. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Westbrook's so ferocious going to the rim. You have to defend against that first and foremost. But when you do, what about the pull-up? You got nothing.
Here's George. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Westbrook with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Adams kicks to Anthony. And he makes good on the layup. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
Curry kicks to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Warriors trail by 4. Here's Curry. They kick it out to Green. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Draymond Green, in games where he hits at least one three-pointer, likes to take more. So we're going to see another one of those.
Sinks the triple.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now, here's Thompson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 5 points in the game.
Just watch the way the Warriors run their offense, and you have to think about the way that Steve Kerr had set things up. So many options and cuts on every play, using the three-point line to spread out the defense and find angles and niches to attack. Rarely relies on the ever-present NBA isolation plays.
On the wing, Thompson. Durant for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And George kicks to Anthony. Over Thompson. Anthony can't hit.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Now here is McGee. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, he's professional in everything that he does. Durant recognizes that opportunity and turns pro.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Golden State. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one. A lot of people look at Russell and think he rolled the ball out, and with his athleticism and tenaciousness, he just takes it over. But the guy hits the film room. I mean, he studies up and wants to know about his opponent. He wants to get better as a performer, get more consistent. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with Russell Westbrook.
Changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Josh Eustace. And for Westbrook, in his watching of film, he isn't looking for what he's doing on the floor. Ray says he's gaining an understanding for everyone else.
I think that kind of approach is pretty heady, don't you, Kevin? The fact that Russell not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his decision-making. That's where his teammates are finding success on the floor. Defensively, how teams are matching up with him. That's a lot to take in on top of the responsibilities he already has for this Oklahoma City team.
Now here's Thompson, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And Thompson gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Felton with the ball. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. The kick out to Westbrook. To the middle. They need this. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Steven Adams can have an impact on the game, certainly defensively, certainly with the screen setting. But how about the character of the center of this basketball team? One of the most quotable players in the league, and he'll never hold back from speaking his mind in an interview. Gotta love his disposition.
And the first one drops. And with Adams being so likable and quotable, a lot of it has to do with his incredible wit.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Steven Adams talk show once his career is finished. or maybe not. Maybe before his career is finished. But when you're the younger sibling, you usually come up with a very refined sense of humor.
Right, like you, Brent. And so Adams nails both of them. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all three of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stop that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston, though.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is.
3 careers ending with one organization.
Isn't that something?
Weird.
Here's Curry, following the score by Oklahoma City. The shot. Aprinas with a rebound. Thunder have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Grant outside. And that misses. That would have put him up. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. But Julia kicks to Curry. And the layup falls. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Smart play by Steph there, wriggling into the defense and finding a way to bury the shot inside.
Grant picks to Abrinas. Back to Grant. Adams with the screen on Pachulia. 14 feet away. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his Uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
Some changes here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Draymond Green. Young comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Livingston. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
The Warriors lead it. Young passes to Pachulia. Shoots over Patterson. It's deflected. Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. Outside, Felton. Here's Patterson. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Young outside. Got a piece of it. Outside, Felton. Passes it to Abrinas. From outside the arc. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Here's Livingston. It's good from inside.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Patterson, the screen. Grant against West. Grant dishes to Patterson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for Oklahoma City.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. Outside, Felton. He kicks it to Patterson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Patterson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Livingston. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Love the way that Shaun Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
Find the lane. One shot.
And with the height that Shaun Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of him. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Shaun does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16-foot range where he does most of his damage.
For Oklahoma City, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
That free throw good from Patterson. Now Livingston. He's got 5. With 4 seconds on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role. A true warrior.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Free throw good, Livingston, and the Warriors making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Felton. No good. What a performance for Draymond Green. He has been the story for the Golden State Warriors. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
That's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Durant and West up front. Young is out there with Livingston, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward. And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Brent, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at both.
Well, offense is sometimes what you get paid for, Kevin, but defense is where you need a buy-in. And so to me, it's always the defense and the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor, that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players, though, guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do, but the guys that do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's two sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Felton kicks to Grant. Patterson, the screen. Shot off the screen. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Grant's got his third bucket of the night.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Felton the pass to Patterson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Young for three. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Aprinas. Durant with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Hey, Kevin, can you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Oh, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kevin.
He is. Some changes for Golden State. JaVale McGee's checked in for Iguodala. Thompson comes in for Nick Young. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Now here's Thompson following the shot by Patrick Patterson. Back to McGee. And stolen by Patterson. Outside Westbrook. Puts up a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Sometimes it's more about when Russell hits the three. That time looking confident.
Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Golden State. Lob pass to George. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. No good from Durant.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a three in the first, nothing in the second.
And it's good, 2 points. Patterson's got his second bucket tonight. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Yes, that goes in. And the Warriors lead by 1.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Anthony. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Now, you can't fall for that kind of shot fake if you're the defender. Melo selling it well and then finds his way to the free throw line.
Well, one thing the Thunder have always done well is control the glass. Good rebounding team.
Well, the Thunder are great candidates to end up near the top for both offensive and defensive rebounds, and it certainly helps when Russell Westbrook is tearing down over 10 boards a game. It's a complete effort with this ball club, and they have guys who are willing to stick their nose in it.
That's good from Anthony.
Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. So he gets them both. We all know it takes stars to win championships, Brent, but it also takes a lot of support. In your opinion, who are some of the NBA's better role players? Guys that don't have to be on the marquee, can be on the side, but still are contributors.
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin, and I'm thinking about last year, the way that Eric Gordon took the role of coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets and had a tremendous season for them. Kind of a selfless act for a guy who had started most of his career and was injury-plagued. That opportunity, and maybe that selfishness had some karma behind it, and he had a great season. Another guy I would say is Cameron Payne, a guy that just has a great energy and a great spirit, looking for his opportunity, always excited to get to the game. But those are the kind of guys you need. Yeah. Energy, excited to be there, and every night are going to give it to you. And I'll throw Patty Mills in the mix as well. Those kind of guys with unbridled spirit, great role players to have.
Now, here's George. 26 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Hustis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Oklahoma City, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Well, if they could have put a 6-man in to guard Steph Curry, they would have, and it wouldn't have mattered.
Pass to Hustis. And Adams now top of the key. Westbrook against Curry. Unloads from 13. Almost, but it rolls out. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
The defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
The screen from Thompson. And Durant, here we go. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Steven Adams picks one up. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Green in for West. Durant hits them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Lob pass to George. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Well, improving as a setup man every year, Westbrook could become one of those guys, dare I say, double-digit assists every season.
Now here's Durant. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
And you watch the way Westbrook plays fearlessly, how he has the attitude of Brent, someone much smaller than him.
Well, it's that athleticism that intimidates, Kevin, quite frankly. You hear a lot of players who went through this huge growth spurt to make them elite. That's exactly what happened to Russell Westbrook, going from about 5'8" to 6'3" in a hurry. But to have that kind of bullish mentality as a point guard in this league against that kind of size, that's impressive stuff.
Now here's Durant. He's got 15. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity, powers through for the bucket, gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That's good from Durant. And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics, who eventually were uprooted and became the Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle get a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City, and I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
Here's Eustace. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Eustace kicks to Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Yeah, he has that kind of range, but maybe not that time the best judgment.
Now here's Adams. That one wide left. Thompson outside. There's the dish to Durant. Outside for Curry. Lets it go from deep. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Outside Westbrook.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a three, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing.
Adams' shot is good.
Well, using his wide frame right there, Adams able to get the position he wants and drops it through.
Livingston kicks to Green. The pass to Pachulia. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Iguodala. Warriors the rebound. Goes back up. The drive by Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Draymond Green using some speed, at least a little speed burst on that play to get the defense on its heels.
And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
That free throw missing.
And Draymond Green just embraces and loves competition. His competitiveness is off the charts, and that's something his teammates feed off on a nightly basis.
Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Felton comes in for Russell Westbrook. He hits the second from the line.
How about last year, Draymond Green pulled off one of the more improbable and impossible statistical games. He had a triple-double with points not even being involved. First ever in the NBA. 4 points, 12 boards, 10 assists, and 10 steals. Wow.
Now here's Iguodala looking for his first basket still in this one.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
Screen by Adams. Outside for Felton. Jacks up a 3. He shoots again and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
You know, Brent, thinking back to Draymond's triple-double, he also had 5 blocks in that game. He was 6 points away, in fact, from getting a quadruple-double, and 5 from getting a quadruple-double without points.
As unreal stat line, and probably a lot of people who still get newspapers, Kevin, looked at those numbers and thought, wow, the printing machine must be broken. That game was on another level. And to just have 4 points in that contest shows you that Draymond Green puts the emphasis on all the other things that he does so well.
Now here's Pachulia, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Back to Iguodala. 5 on the clock. And that one hits back iron. Thunder trailing by 4. To the wing right side. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Livingston dishes to Young. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Abrinas, defended by Young. No one near Felton as he lets it go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Felton's got his first 3 points of the game. Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent group. And here's Young. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Picked by Pachulia. Now, here is Young. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Felton. That one doesn't go. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone, as we take a peek at Coit Tower with the skyline of gorgeous San Francisco just behind. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
Yeah, can't believe how many times he was able to get into the lane and then use his athleticism to give us a show.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Eustace. Paul George is out there with Anthony. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5. Puts it up from 12. Green, no luck. Oklahoma City trailing. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
So here's Westbrook. Lob pass to George. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
Curry kicks to Durant. Out to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Green passes to Durant. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Thompson outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 10 points in the game. And Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin. I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
Green with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Back to Durant, and Durant gets double teamed. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And practically doubling his assist totals over the back half of his career. Durant's a more than willing facilitator. Whatever his team needs to win, he'll do it.
Here's Eustace. Outside Anthony. To halt the run, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 11.
You got to be cautious if Carmelo is in these sets. He'll start to take advantage of whatever the defense is going to offer up.
It's Curry with the drive. He's off on that one. Anthony with the defensive effort. Kicks to Westbrook. For the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line. And a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook. who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
The Thunder, a strong team at getting points off free throws, Brent. It helps having Kanter, who's also good at drawing fouls.
Well, we see how much a team can have success just stealing easy points from the free throw line. So most teams that are near the top in terms of finding free throw attempts per game find their way into postseason play. The Thunder have set that trend. Westbrook's aggressiveness, Kanter on the inside, and Adams playing aggressive around the rim.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Westbrook, a screen on Thompson. Eustace kicks to Adams. Thompson comes with the double team. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Outside for Durant. Paul George with the steal. Eustace passes to Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half. And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Just another foray into the paint by Westbrook. Has way too much speed to keep up with him.
Here's Curry. Dishes it to McGee. And Adams sends it back. The 3 from Anthony. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
A quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
In for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Curry is inside. He's covered by Westbrook. It's Thompson off the drive. And just miss after miss right now. Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Eustace kicks to Westbrook for the lead. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
The D doing all they can do, and it simply isn't enough. That is Steph Curry. And for a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Eustace.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. You know, Brent, Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And Think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign a contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
The aggressiveness on the drive there from Steph. He earns the foul thanks to how he sucks the defense in, out of position, and now to the free throw line.
The Warriors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Free throw good, Curry. There are a lot of great superstars in the NBA, Brent, but when you're talking about the most dangerous scorer in the league, I still think you've got to include Steph Curry in that conversation. He just does things that nobody else can do.
Well, nobody else in the league can do, and really nobody else in the history of the league has done. You think about Steph Curry in transition, pulling up from 30 feet, and we really don't even bat an eye, and we expect that the ball's going in every time. What a transcendent player. We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
West. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 14-6 run. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Patterson up top. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Well, there are guys that stop on a dime and shoot, but Russell stops and rises up. No way to challenge him there.
Curry attacking. Out to Thompson. A three. Felton with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 3. The feed now to Patterson. Curry against Westbrook. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love it, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
JaVale McGee's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Draymond Green. Nick Young's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Abrines is checked in. Now, here's Livingston. 7 points in the game. Good. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Felton dishes to Grant. Patterson, the screen. Outside, Felton. Sinks that one from the post. Felton's got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Livingston. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter. Felton kicks to Grant. Patterson a screen on Iguodala. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Young. On the wing, Iguodala. And Grant sends it back. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Durant with a wide open look. No good. That would have tied it. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Ferguson. He feeds it to Felton. He dishes it to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Drains the three-pointer. Patterson's got 9.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And we know he dominates from the perimeter, but Durant is just as dynamic when he gets inside. Sometimes the confidence grows even more.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
On the free throw, no good.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
Warriors trail by 6. Here's Livingston. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Livingston's got 6 in the quarter. And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that, Kevin, because I was going to the games growing up as a kid in the Bay Area. But amazing to see that this franchise has found some success and that they found it in Oakland for the fans who have starved for this kind of play for so long. 40 years between championships, and now the golden era for the Golden State Warriors.
First free throw is good.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Grant drops them both. And there's a minute 45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Felton dishes to Westbrook. Patterson, the screen. Back to Felton. Here's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Timeout.
Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Julia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. West comes in for Andre Iguodala. Caspi, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. It's Thompson in for Nick Young. Now here's Livingston. 13 points in the game. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, how about a shift in your offensive consciousness? Start to find Sean Livingston. Give him the ball.
Westbrook kicks to Felton. For 3. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Felton. Felton has got assist number 5 here tonight. Thompson against Felton. From deep three-point range, it's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Klay Thompson.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Outside, Felton. Here's Patterson. No good on that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. Livingston with it. Westbrook picks him up. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Livingston. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Livingston at the line for 2.
Free throw good, Livingston. And the Thunder making a change here. Livingston hits both of them. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Grant, right side. Ball stolen. Thompson. That shot is off. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters, at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Livingston in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Livingston after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Durant for 3. Cans it from downtown. Durant's got 27 points.
And just when you think he might have drifted too far out, Durant, with his legendary touch, proves you wrong.
Anthony, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Adams, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Steven Adams brings a lot to the team, Brent. Got a chance to be more involved, in fact, with the offense after Durant left.
Well, he's not a wispy 7-footer, Kevin. Thick and rugged out there on the floor and willing to set a lot of screens to free up Russell Westbrook. One of the things I'd like to see them do is maybe explore him in the post a little more often as an offensive threat. I think he's capable down there.
And that one misses.
Well, the Kiwi Adams, born in New Zealand, was the Thunder's first-round pick back in 2013. Steadily coming into his own now on the offensive end.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
That free throw good from Durant.
One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
Now here's Westbrook. Eustace kicks to Adams. 4 on the clock. Hits it from three-point range. And that's now 27 points for Russell Westbrook.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Curry outside. Another three for Golden State. And that burst of scoring and intensity with the Warriors. You know, Brent, sometimes it feels like they only need to play 6 to 10 good minutes of basketball to win a game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they do, Kevin, and then they let the defense take over. And I think that that's what's most amazing about this Warriors roster. It's relentless, but it's relentless on both ends of the floor. You sleep on defense, and offensively they take advantage. And if you're not sharp yourself on the offensive end, the Warriors are just too good down there.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pachulia with the steal. And it's the Warriors. On the break, Durant's got the ball.
And we've seen it so many times throughout his career. Durant putting on a scoring clinic on the hardwood.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Westbrook dishes to George. Adams sets the pick for George. Anthony kicks to George. George missing again.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
There's Green with the 3, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Under trailing by 4. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now with a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Changes for Golden State. JaVale McGee comes in for Jaja Pachulia. Young is subbed in for Durant. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Curry attacking. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They set the pick. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Back to Westbrook. Feeds it to Anthony. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City keeping it alive with a new 24-second shot clock. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Full 24-second shot clock. Westbrook kicks to George. Another shot. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
And so it's Golden State with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Young inside, defended by George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game. The Thunder have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Thompson against Westbrook. Here's George. McGee with the block. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. From the arc. Offensive rebound. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Westbrook with it. Outside, George. Over Young. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
No coverage that time.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Westbrook. Over Thompson. Off the iron that time.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Klay Thompson. That one misses for Young.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Eustace kicks to Westbrook. Over Curry. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Westbrook with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. From deep, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Back to Westbrook. To stop the run, and right on target. Good. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he hasn't had much luck getting shots to fall here. Just 2 of 7 down the stretch.
They double-team Curry. McGee, the pass to Green. Curry against Westbrook. The shot by Curry, no good. Westbrook dishes to Anthony. Iguodala with the steal. From deep three-point range, and it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And the Warriors with some changes. West is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kevin Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. It's Thompson in for Young. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Anthony. Stolen by George. To the wing on the left. Here's Hustis. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his third assist on the night.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Now here's West. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Warriors lead by 9. Oklahoma City's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Back to George. Clock at 4. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender. But him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Warriors leading by 6. They double-team Curry. Thompson outside. It's Durant on the wing. Defended by George. Another 3 for Golden State.
The great three-point shooters of our generation, it's practically a layup for Durant at this stage.
Thunder trailing by 9. To the inside. It's a hand on it.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
1:25 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Golden State's ball. They've led by as much as 10. Curry against Westbrook. Step back shot. And it's Golden State with another.
Yeah, if I won 2 MVPs, I think I'd be pretty confident too. Curry firing and draining.
Westbrook kicks to George. Pass to Grant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting 2.
It's the first, and that brings them within 8. And Grant drops them both. The Warriors shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, but you still got to play this one out. Near impossible, but I've seen stranger things happen.
Now, here is George. Westbrook passes to Adams, and Thompson sends it back. George against Durant. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5. The screen from Thompson. On deep. Westbrook pulls it in. Left side, George. Adams in the high post. From deep. It doesn't go for him. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Kevin Durant. It seems like even with some adversity thrown your way, you guys find a way.
When we're moving the basketball, we just rely on each other. And, we're just believing in each other, man. No matter what, we just stick together.
It was very obvious that was the case. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.